This is the demonstration for an end-to-end legal contract review system. I am Afra Nawar, and in my team we have Salma Abdul Hai, Muhammad Rakib, and Sanallah Haq. In today's world, contracts are everywhere. The paper you sign when we purchase a house, when you agree to join a job, or even when you agree to the terms and conditions of a website, you are dealing with contracts. Unfortunately, the traditional contract review process is riddled with problems. Contracts use legal vocabulary that is extremely challenging for an average individual to decipher and requires legal expertise. However, hiring lawyers is an expensive process. And even for lawyers who have hundreds of documents to review every week, it's very time consuming, which leads to manual contract review becoming error prone. And it's very easy to miss important clauses, resulting in dangerous legal consequences for their clients. These issues have motivated us to come up with our solution easy and accessible for both lawyers and general population alike. We present an end-to-end application with an automated contract review system using the latest technologies in machine learning. You can upload any contract, and with the click of a few buttons, you can find the clauses that are important highlighted for you. Furthermore, it's quick because with an average of 2 to 3 seconds per page of your contract, you will receive the review. For machines to learn, we need to give it a lot of data, and therefore we use the latest Contract Understanding Atticus dataset or QUAT dataset. It comes with thousands of labeled clauses such as these, from where it's able to identify the patterns that make one clause a certain type of clause. And therefore, just like that, it's able to classify 41 different such labels, such as document name, effective date, anti-assignment, and etc. Any research is valuable when it's useful in the real world. Machine learning and data science are rapidly growing fields. However, 87% of models never make it to production, and only 14.6% of AI capabilities of large firms are deployed. Keeping these in mind, we have made our application open to public access at De facto Law website. First, it's secure. Your contracts are deleted right after its use. And secondly, we ensure HTTPS connection so that you can rest assured that your contracts are safe with us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Salma Abdul Hai and I'll be presenting to you our legal contract review website, which we named De facto Law. Now, as soon as you hit the link to our website, which is under the domain name defactolaw.pythonanywhere.com, you will be taken to our homepage. Now, we wanted to make our website attractive and yet easy to navigate. We've included a background image that is related to the legal field to emphasize more on what the website is about. Now you have the option to navigate on our Home tab, which will take you to the top of our home page where we are at right now. Get started with your contract review, About tab, and Contact Information tab. Now before I talk about Get Started, let's talk shortly about the About tab, where we have a brief description on what the website is about and how it is useful for you. We've also included our contact information where you can easily see our email address or email us for our phone number. Lastly, we have the link to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for the future if we want to spread our advertising. Now, for the most important and significant part of the website, for reviewing your contract, you can either choose to go from Get Started or Start My Document Review. Here we have added a short description on the type or the format of file you should upload, with the option to select whether your file is a scanned file or not. Now, as soon as you choose a file and hit the View button, you will be navigated to the next page where we have a PDF viewer that will display your document along with 41 important labels in different colors that you can choose from. So say for example, you want to see the document name of your PDF file. It will be emphasized on your document with the same color of the label that you have chosen. You also have the option to hover over it to see what the highlighted text is about with a short description. On the very right at the top, you have the option to navigate back to our homepage. Lastly, because our website is responsive, you can browse our website through your phone, which will look something like this. Now, all of the options that were up top are now listed as a menu on the very right. From here, you can choose any of the tabs as you wish. That's it from me. Thank you so much. Next up, Rakib, my other teammate, will explain few technical details of our website.
So you've seen how to use the website for reviewing contracts. Now let us take a brief look at what's actually happening inside. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. A machine learning model needs to learn how to output answers before you can use it for predictions or inference. So this is the high-level overview of our workflow in making the model work. At first, the model takes in pre-processed legal documents from the Quad dataset as input. By pre-processed, I mean that the text of the documents is first tokenized or given unique IDs. Then they are converted to vector representations, also called tensors, so that the model can understand the relationship between tokens while training. Now it's training time. During training, the model learns to output the desired answer for any particular question. For example, if a question is, what is the name of a document, then the model learns to output the name of the document from the entire text that is fed into it. After training, the model is evaluated. We trained and evaluated numerous transformer models and selected the best performing one. For our use case, the best performing model turned out to be Roberta Bayes. From there, the model is quantized before integrating with the backend. Quantization basically reduces the model size and makes the model more computationally efficient so that it can process outputs quicker when invoked. Next, the model along with the backend is deployed so that it can be used for inference with the help of the front end. Now, when a user uploads a contract, our web application checks whether it is searchable or not. If it is searchable, then PDF Miner is used to extract the text to feed it into the model for inference. After that, the model outputs the inference answers. On the other hand, if it is not searchable, then at first the PDF is converted to image. Then Tesseract is used to convert the image into searchable PDF. And then the PDF Miner is used to extract text and feed it into the model. And then the model spits out the inference answers. Next, with the inference answers, we highlight the PDF using PyMuPDF. In this way, we can get the PDFs with highlighted clauses. So, whenever you upload a contract for reviewing it, this is what actually happens under the hood.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, I am Sanallah Haq and I will be talking about our conclusions and future works. Basically, in today's world, there is a shortage of existing technologies to help people make informed decisions regarding legal contracts. As we all know, legal contract papers are very complex, and even for a human, it is very difficult to review a contract paper from top to bottom. Due to the little advancement of machine learning in legal field, even lawyers remain unable to automate routine tasks. In this paper, we presented our solution for this problem. First of all, we utilize the Quad dataset, the most famous free open source dataset for legal contracts paper reviewing system. We have selected one of the best NLP transformer models called Roberta Bayes, and we set our project as open source at defectalaw.pythonanywhere.com since we want to make our project free open source so that anyone from anywhere of the world can access our site and review their legal contracts paper. Since we are still developing our project, we have many future works or future motives, like we want to implement text-to-voice support to read out answer clauses marked by our model. Then, ability to store and manage contracts under a user profile, so that when a user is already reviewed his or her legal contract paper in our site, they will no need to review their contract paper twice in future. They can review their already reviewed paper in from the dataset of our site. Then faster processing through model tuning and pruning. Since our model is now currently very computationally expensive, we want to make our model less computationally expensive with the model tuning and pruning, and it will help us to make the model lightweight as well. The quad dataset team is actively in development, and we're hoping we will get more large quad dataset and more efficient quad dataset in future. With that quad dataset, we'll be able to make our model more robust, and our model will be able to mark the legal clauses from any legal contracts more accurately or more precisely. And since we are in a resource limit environment, we want to overcome this resource limit environment and want utilizing the GPT-3 developed large models in futures. The end goal of this project is to cater to people who will benefit from an accessible contract review and analysis application which does not require exorbitant expenses and large time commitments. Therefore, we have aimed to create an extensible system allowing further research in AI-based contract analysis, long document processing, machine learning deployment, and so on to be adopted in future. That's all for us. Thank you, everyone.